Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah.
Time for the 10-minute drill.
Well, I got a huge question before we rip into the sports world.
Yeah, sure. Shoot.
Beef, what are we giving away?
Oh, buddy, it's the hookup city. Let me tell you. First and foremost, guys, we're hooking the Googans up with a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers, and we're going to send them home with a pair of tickets to the Jags preseason game next Thursday against the Eagles, right down there at TIAA Bank Field. It includes passes into the Publix Ultimate Tailgate Party presented by Party Shack.
Wow, that is pretty cool. Do you want to rip around the rest of the sports world and come back to the Jags?
Sure.
There's a lot more to talk about with the Jacksonville Jaguars, but we got a 10-minute drill here.
Is there really a lot more to talk about?
Oh, yeah. We got sports concepts and rationalizations, though, to kick around.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
No, you start.
I was going to say, and lots of football to go over. And the one thing you want with the Jags is what happened with a lot of teams where a new guy
Flashed.
Flashed. We did have Josh Allen play right off the rip. I don't think he got a ton of snaps, so that was good. But anyway, let's speaking of new guy flashing, how'd you like to get called up to the big leagues and do something no one in baseball has ever done? That Bo Bichette kid.
Yeah, he's got nine doubles in 9 straight games.
9 straight games with at least one double. That's a Major League Baseball record. Hadn't been done since they started keeping records in 1900.
Dan, is it just me, or is this like the biggest splash of new talent I can
seems
remember?
like it.
I mean, it just seems like there are literally 20 future greats that are coming up and playing.
If you're Toronto,
I mean, you have Alonso, we have Acuna and Albies, and Riley and
McNeil. If you're Toronto, you should be feeling pretty chipper right now. I mean, with Vlad and Bo, that's a pretty nice little combination that should, get you excited about the future.
What did you trade for Stroman? Was it any top prospects or just guys?
Couple pitchers.
Yeah, nothing fantastic.
Guys who can be big leaguers for sure, though.
Dan, I told you in the break, and I mean it. I'm disappointed that this is the year we went to one trade deadline because my Braves, if they really are going to position themselves for the postseason, they're not good enough. The pitching is too spotty, and Dallas Keuchel, who they got, is not going to be the savior of any sort. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a guy that's going to pitch to about an ERA of 4, and he'll pitch 6 innings. And 5 of them will be good innings, but he'll have one where he gives up 4 or 5 runs, or in last night's case, 7. And so, Atlanta, it can ill afford to be anything but hot because 2 of the hottest teams right now are the Nats and the Mets. Now, granted, one of them will cool off the other, but the Braves pitching, it's going to be another baby step year for Atlanta. The pitching is not there, it's not ready, and it's incapable of extended postseason success. So, I think for the Braves,
is Keuchel 3-5? Is that his record with you guys? Does that sound right?
That's right.
Okay,
that's
he gets
right.
a lot of decisions then, right?
But he's been, he hadn't been terrible,
right?
Until last night.
I've seen him throw a couple good games.
Yeah, last night he was terrible, but he's had a lot of games where he goes 7 1/3 and gives up 2 runs. I mean,
did he sign just for this year and then he's free agent again, or do you have him for next year?
I think we just got him for this year. I think, but I'm not positive. He's going to have to pitch. Look, the good thing about Keuchel is you got to remember this is kind of like just the end of his spring training. So by the time we get to September, October, maybe he can just, I'm not asking for 8 good starts in a row. I'm just going to need 1 or 2 here at some point. So Atlanta loses last night to Miami. Their lead over Washington 5.5. Mm-hmm. Phillies lost again. Nice signing.
Hey, listen. Who had a better night, Dave Gettleman or Kyler Murray?
Wow.
Dave Gettleman is a Giants general manager who drafted Daniel Jones, who went out and looked really good on one drive. And again, we do this all the time. At
least his was early in the game.
I caution fans so much so. And I know it's hard because you see a product out there, and I understand. I mean, I battle the same way. But think of all the guys we've watched in preseason who have, Blake Bortles was Byron Leftwich, journeyman quarterbacks at best that had gone out and
Kessler's had some really good preseason
tore it
games.
up. So you can't get too giddy, but you'd rather be feeling good than not good.
Although I will say this, I think the Giants mushed a little bit of the success. I don't need Shermer getting up on the post conference and smugly saying, "Well, we've known all along what Daniel Jones." Yeah, you're right, Chief. You knew he was going to go out.
You
and
breathed a heavy sigh of relief.
Dissect
is what you
him
did.
6 for 6, and yeah, sure you did. You knew he was just a finished product. The one thing about Daniel Jones, and yeah, you're right, can't get too excited, but it seems like most of the time when you get excited, it's because a guy goes 8 for 12, and you forget the one that was almost dropped. This guy went down the field 6 for 6, throwing balls in tiny little windows. So he either had a really, really extraordinarily accurate day, or like the Giants are now, pounding their chest, he is better than we thought.
Yeah.
I'd say one of those two, but the answer would be Gettleman.
Yeah.
Don't you just know Kyler Murray's going to be good? I mean, just from what you saw and heard in the preseason, he's going to scoot around. He's going to create
they threw the ball
He's the
today.
best passer of a mobile quarterback that's come along, better than Vic and Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
And he's got that kind of escapability.
Yes, they threw a lot of balls to the edges, too.
Yeah, that's the league.
Yeah.
That's what the Jags did all night. I hate it.
Yeah. We'll get back to the Jags in a minute.
Yeah.
But Kyler Murray looked good, too. Yeah. That was if you're Arizona fan, you should be excited about your guy.
Yeah, Sam Darnold looked good. He had a good night. Baker Mayfield looked like a mid-season form.
Yeah.
Which leads me to a question. Where are you? We've not done this. Every sports talk show in America has dissected the Cleveland Browns.
Yes, they have.
Known for their the city of failure and fans' hurt feelings.
Yeah.
That roster is good. They're not making up, they're not inflating hype here. They have retooled that roster, and it looks good. Where do you put them? You going to have them winning the North?
No.
Yeah.
I worry about the Browns a little bit.
Too ahead of themselves?
I just think those boys over there in close to Latrobe are just quietly grinding.
Talking about the Steelers.
Yeah. Where do they train?
I don't know, but I was just saying.
I know. Where do the Steelers have their training camp? I can't think of it. It's a certain college or anyway. I just think they love this right now. It's playing right into their world. They're finally all the distractions are gone.
St. Vincent College.
St. Vincent College up there, and just grinding away and very quietly going about their work. And, while Cleveland has embraced, and they should. Listen, if you're a Browns fan, go crazy, man. You've been kicked in the head so many times, and people are pumping you up.
I hear you. And
you enjoy that.
And they do have a good roster.
Yeah.
That's they're not building up, but they have to play to it.
Yeah, but let's wait. And, I got a little settle down on them for a while.
Well, I mean,
but I think they're good.
Beckham,
They're
Landry,
better.
and Chubb,
Yeah.
and with Hunt coming off the bench halfway through, if Baker Mayfield coming off the best, most prolific rookie passing season ever, I feel pretty confident that offense is going to score points, and they've got defenders. In some ways, though, to keep the Steelers in the conversation, isn't there part of you think the Steelers are going to be addition by subtraction, and without the Le'Veon Bell, controversy hanging over you, you can give James Conner the ball from the very first game.
Yeah.
By the way, you know who the Steelers drafted? My boy Benny Snell.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow Benny Snell, if needed, will be a 1,400-yard rusher for the Steelers. And Juju Smith-Schuster is a real deal. I mean, he had almost taken over as much production with Antonio Brown still on the field. So I'm with you on the Steelers challenging the Browns. I'm not ready to hand the Browns the division either.
Yeah. So
just saying.
Yeah, just settle out. I told you yesterday somebody was going to get hurt, and that somebody is a wide receiver in Detroit.
Sure, yeah.
That's what happens. Curse broke his leg, so he's
no quarterbacks hurt, by the way. So Nick Foles could have very easily played a quarter and a half last night, and there certainly would have been no injuries. That's why I say with the Jags, and I know we'll talk more. I think they think they're better than I think they are.
Well, a lot of quarterbacks also didn't play, by the way, throughout the league. And I think, again, the bigger picture is we have now officially an indictment on the NFL, and the fans have every right
absolutely
to sit there and say, listen, I'm not paying full boat for this nonsense.
Forget that. No, that's not going to work, Dan. What it needs to be is, all right, if you're going to charge me 20% of my bill for these two games, I'm not buying any of your tickets.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here's a foam finger for you.
Yeah.
Good luck this year.
I would like to see, and I know this would never happen, I would like to see one owner stand up. Because, look, I'm a season ticket holder here, and I do it because my son loves the team. My wife loves to go. We love having NFL football. And I feel like we're part of an exclusive fraternity in this country of having an NFL team in our city. So if I can afford it, I support them 100%. Well, and so I wouldn't do it because of that. But I would love to see some owner tell the boys at the owners' meetings, guys, look, I don't know. I'm not going to – I got a lot of money. I'm not going to do this. I'm charging $10. If we're going to keep doing this, I'm charging $10. Sit where you want to sit, and season tickets will be based on the other games.
I'm with you. I don't know who would be against that.
Even for one game. If I got the first game or the last game at my place, I'm not making my guys pay full boat. I'm just not.
Well, I think we're headed for that. It's always been kind of an annoyance. Now it's an issue.
10 years ago, it became the fourth game. Now it's the first and the fourth game.
Yeah.
And by the way, next week when the Eagles come to town, it ain't like they're going to be playing into the second half.
No, we'll play a quarter.
The boys are going to play a quarter.
Yeah, a quarter.
And that'll be that. So, and Marone admitted last night.
Then it's Cody Kessler time, baby.
Yeah. Is he on the team still?
Yeah.
Marone
he's on Philly.
Oh yeah. Marone did admit last night, going back to the Jags, that, Allen Robinson and Marquise Lee injuries, have spooked him a little bit, but I wanted to tell him, well, Allen Robinson got hurt in the opener, so that one that counted. But yeah, overall.
I don't know. I don't like this whole timidness and scared. What are we doing?
Yeah.
32. What are we, the Patriots?
Yeah.
You got a bunch of guys that need to get better. They might want to bang helmets with somebody with some urgency. You just told 20 of your guys, you guys are beyond reproach. You're on this team on cruise control. I love you guys. Super Bowl.
Our friend Vito Stellino has tweeted at me, because I tweeted last night, I will not read anything into this game. I will not read anything into this game. And Vito said, what you should read into this game, Dan, is that Marone is too worried about injuries after last year. They opened the season with 3 games in 12 days, 2 against division foes. Starters have to be ready and should have played a quarter.
That's what I would have done. So. But again, I'm not going to now say that I'm angry. I'm not. I just would have. I don't think that the Jaguars are good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, are the Jaguars any better than the Ravens, Dan?
No.
Yeah, the Ravens went to the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
The Ravens played their guys for a quarter. Yeah. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
DJ Chark wasn't going to play, and he made that one catch, and he got lit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. DJ Chark is another one of the whole, wait till you see DJ Chark.
Well, he was
still waiting.
Listen.
He was wide open on one of them.
Let's talk about the quarterbacks, because I don't think the backup's on the roster. We'll talk about that when we come back. But, he's wide open on the first play.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were throwing to on that one, but
yeah.
Oof. All right, let's do caller number 2.
Josh Rosen outplayed Ryan Fitzpatrick last night for the Dolphin fans that are out there wondering. Rosen, 13 of 20, 191 yards. So Fitzpatrick just played a little bit, 2 for 5.
All right, caller number 2, 641-1010. What a prize pack, Beef. Tell them what we got as we go to break, and we'll come back and we'll delve into the quarterback situation. May have an open tryout here tomorrow.
I could cut about 8 guys today. I won't, but I could.
I cut 8 guys last night.
I could, yeah. I could.
Caller number 2 right now, 641-1010 is going to go home with a floral arrangement from Kuhn Flowers and a pair of tickets to next week's Jags preseason home opener against the Eagles. That'll include passes to the Publix Ultimate Tailgate Party presented by Party Shack. Caller 2 right now, 641-1010.